Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'll be talking about The Monkey. This is the latest from Osgood Perkins, out in theaters now. So this movie follows is essentially the short story from Stephen King following twin brothers as they have discovered this toy monkey that essentially causes chaos in their life, killing people at random. So I am a fan of Longlegs, which came out last year. I thought those performances were great, and just seeing something new from Osgood Perkins was exciting. And then we got the teaser for The Monkey, which I was super excited about and couldn't wait to check out. So we'll go into this, talk about the strengths, the pros, the cons, kind of what I felt Longlegs did a little bit better than The Monkey, but let's dive into this one. So this movie is essentially split up into two parts almost. We're following these twin brothers, Hal and Bill. So we follow the first half of the movie is essentially them in their teenage years, and then we go 20 plus years into the future when they're adults and what happens then. I thought the opening sequence in this movie was really awesome. We get a surprise cameo. I won't spoil who that is, but it really set up what we were getting into. While it's a scene that did remind me of another movie that I saw, and if you're curious, just ask in the comments and I'll let you know. I thought it was fun enough to really set the expectations of what we're about to get into. And then after that moment, we are now like following these brothers when they're youngest, and I thought this was definitely the better part of the movie. It was a lot more entertaining, being that these kids are teenagers and they're kind of butting heads, and you know, we're kind of figuring out their family dynamic. So the young version of the twins is played by Christian Convery, and I thought he did a great job portraying both brothers. Different personalities. One, you know, they definitely try to make you connect to them in some way. One is kind of like this punk rock kid. The other one leans into more of the nerdy, geeky side of personalities. And then they also have a close relationship with their mother, Lois, played by Tatiana Maslany. I thought she did a great job as well. And a lot of this is just them trying to figure out, like, you know, who their father was, like what happened there. And as they're rummaging through some things, they discovered this monkey. And essentially, it's like once you wind it up, something crazy is going to happen, usually resulting in the death of someone. And that's where this story really hones in, because they realize what the power of this thing is. They don't really know what's causing it, but it becomes this chase of like either trying to get rid of this to stop losing those close to you, or it's like what happens if someone takes control of it and what could that lead to. And we do get some of those answers as you move forward into the movie. So once we jump ahead in time to the second part, we have Theo James portraying the twin brothers. And this is when the movie definitely takes a bit of a drag, because one of the brothers does have a son. So we're kind of learning about that relationship and what's going on there, because you know, Theo James, like with Hal and Bill, they grew up with this monkey and realizing what it can do. They've tried to separate their life from it and try to live a normal life, or as normal as possible. But something about this monkey just keeps it coming back in some weird way. And yeah, the movie does drag during the second act. We do get more like some character development there, but it moves at a little bit of a slower pace, and it takes a little bit while until we get back into the kills. But once we get into the kills, they are quite entertaining. Though I would say they're repetitive in a way. There's a lot of kills, essentially people just blowing up, and the entertainment factor is just the circumstances, right? There's a scene, you'll see this in the trailer, where a door opens and a shotgun shoots someone, and it's the complete opposite of what you would expect to happen. And all of these moments make this for such a fun, entertaining ride to see like what's going to happen next, even though they are a bit repetitive in that nature. And I will say this, because I think everyone's calling this out, the kills and the way this movie flows, it does feel like a Final Destination movie, which is quite funny because we're getting a brand new Final Destination movie out later this year. I actually rewatched Final Destination last night just because I haven't seen it in so long, just to kind of build up that comparison. But that's what this movie feels like. It's just that the kills are gorier for the most part, and they're just amplified in this crazy way. But when you get to the ending, a lot of it you can kind of see coming, especially being that this is like a short story. Like, you start to question of like, where's this really going to go? Could this lead into something more? And it does kind of conclude itself. It just doesn't conclude itself in a way that, I guess for me, left me feeling satisfied walking out of the theater, versus if you look at something like Long Legs felt like a more better pieced movie, even though it's not perfect by any means. It's just that you definitely care about the main characters in that movie through the whole runtime and where it ends up. Whereas when you get to this movie, especially when you get to the second half, you don't care about them as much. You get some new cameos as well that I wish could have had a bigger part in this movie. They're very like, just like a 3-minute scene with these characters, and then they're kind of gone and they're forgotten about. And it kind of sucks, because I wish like there was a little bit more work done in that second part to really keep you caring about these people and what's happening to them while keeping this entertainment factor. So that is The Monkey. It's got some pretty comedic, like it's a dark comedy with some gory kills that keeps you entertained, even though the story does move at a weird pace, especially when you get to the second half. Though I thought Theo James and the other actors, including Christian Convery, I thought they did a great job portraying these twin brothers, and I'm excited to see more work from them in the future. But in terms of The Monkey, a little bit of a disappointment in a way, even though it is an entertaining watch that I could see myself revisiting from time to time again. If you saw The Monkey, what did you think? Let's talk about it in the comments below. In terms of Osgood Perkins with all of his work, do you have a favorite? You can let me know in the comments below. Definitely stick around at the end of the credits of The Monkey, because you do get a teaser for his upcoming movie called Keeper. So can't wait to check that out. Hard to tell what it is based off the teaser. Could be maybe witches or cult or something in that fashion, but if you have any thoughts or ideas of what that movie is going to be, let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe. That way you can know when I get reviews out next time, and we'll see you again soon.